Nervous. Only 2 years. Only. I'm going crazy if I do this. Hello world and
greetings to our lovely subscribers.
Before we start,
Gotta forgive the length of this video. I feel like I owe our subscribers a proper explanation as to why all of a sudden they see
my face on this channel.
It's about time, bro. And if you aren't already a subscriber, you're probably watching this to learn
Why a channel with 420,000 subscribers got obliterated in a matter of 48 hours.
I will also explain what the new direction of our channel will be moving forward and why. I hope this brings about a glimpse of knowledge and foresight into your YouTube game or into your daily lives, as I share with you a very brief set of events that have happened in my life leading to this video today.
Hey baby. This channel, It's Better Together, used to be called Raging Humor.
We uploaded mostly compilation videos of, like the fails, wins, funny stuff, pranks, that sort of stuff. Thanks to every one of you following us and those who helped us otherwise, this channel pulled in over
150 million views
and 11 million
hours of watch time.
It also paid out over $78,000 through its monetization lifetime. We loved it. It was fun and relatively easy to operate since we didn't need to produce content and frankly didn't even want to.
Most importantly though, you all loved it too.
Like everybody else, we honestly went through ups and downs tending to the channel, and it was sometimes difficult, but that's life.
But it was still our baby and things were going all right. Until February 21st, 2018.
We got an unexpected community strike email addressing one of our videos, and it basically said that the video was deleted automatically by YouTube because of the entire policy that you're supposed to read and figure out how it applies to your video.
But that left us with one strike out of the 3 that you're allowed within 90 days before your entire channel would basically go
terminated. Like kaboom, like finito, or khalas, or
gone.
Now, although we were worried, we actually crossed our fingers that it was just an insulated incident. I just went and started reviewing all of our videos to see what could be the problem.
So we chose the top 10 performing that were actually least objectionable.
Things like try not laughing too hard while watching this, or lip sync fails. So we kept those, and then we just took everything else private. We're like, all right, cool, let's just deal with that tomorrow or the day after, but that's what we did right away.
My hope was to study the policies, talk to YouTube, do more research, trying to figure out
what did we do wrong and, not to do that moving forward.
I guess overall maintaining the channel and its direction while trying to figure out what is going wrong.
However, 2 days later, on February 23rd, around 10 p.m., while I was driving on the highway, going home from work, I got another email saying one of our other videos was deleted, and now we had our second strike.
Shit. And the worst part is this happened to a video that we just made private 2 days ago.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's crazy.
This could have meant two things. Either YouTube had this new algorithm that was just creeping around and even going in your private stuff, searching for things that were against their policies, which kind of sounded unlikely. Or somebody had reported these videos prior to us making them private, and because the YouTube team need to go through them to say, okay, yes, you're right, and it takes time, now they're just coming about. Which kind of leaves us in a dilemma of, we still wouldn't have known how many videos were reported. Did they just report the 2, or did they report 10 or 4? No idea.
Either way, it was bad. Scary fucking bad.
Like, we didn't know what to do.
I honestly can't forget the moment I read that notification on my lock screen. Your video has been removed from YouTube. I actually had to pull over on the freeway shoulder as I could no longer drive. The sudden scare that took me over, it was just incomparable to anything I've experienced in my personal or business life until then, and probably to this day.
So I called my partner Star, whom you'll be seeing a lot more, by the way, of asking for help. My brain froze. The situation was terrible. It was like dealing with a ticking time bomb. that you just didn't know how to defuse and when or if it was just gonna explode at any time. We legit didn't know if the third and final strike would have followed in 30 seconds, a day later, or never. I remember vividly, it was around 10:15 p.m., sitting on the side of a highway.
It was pouring. The cars were zooming by. I was zoned out, overtaken by stress. The only thing that kept on bringing me down to the moment, honestly, was just a shake I felt every time a 32-wheeler drove by. It was crazy. My heart was pounding and racing, and I could feel it. We had worked too hard. We had worked too hard and valued not only the channel but this community way too much to leave things to chance. Honestly, we couldn't lose it. That was just not an option.
So right on the spot, in that difficult moment and situation, we actually had to make
the most difficult decision to delete everything.
It was probably the hardest thing I've done in my life.
I took a deep breath. Just like this. It still makes me nervous thinking about that day. I went to the video manager and I started deleting videos with millions of views as I confirmed every time that I understood the action was irreversible. Every delete confirmation made it that much more clear that we were pulling the plug on this concept. With every video gone, it was like a little part of you was yanked out and it just went disappearing into the thin air.
Now, in spirit of full disclosure, since I understandably owe you guys a proper introduction of myself,
I have to open up and leave myself a bit vulnerable by sharing something intimate that I haven't discussed publicly before. Around the same time in 2018, I was in the middle of battling a crazy depression. It was lingering on for over a year and a half. And it started to take its toll on my personal and professional life. It was a tough time, and this incident just pushed me further down the hole.
Raging Human was a lifeline that just no longer existed for me, emotionally, financially, mentally. In 48 hours, it was decimated.
The horrible drive that night going back home was followed by months of bad depression.
The incident poured gas on a fire that was slowly being contained. I was trying to get a hold of things, and it created some of the darkest and loneliest times of my life.
That it would have been considered a true life crisis, honestly, had it not been for the support and love of my wonderful partner, Star, and my amazing parents and sister.
By the way, I will discuss depression separately, as I feel very strongly that we must do something about this very big and not well understood taboo in a separate video.
So I had to muster up all my efforts and battle my depression.
To get back to my feet, I had to put the channel on a back burner. I lost it.
I mourned it.
But the process of recovering from a depression is very emotional and bumpy, and you can't really afford extra stress. It's just not appropriate, and it can throw you right back in. So I put the channel on a back burner until I could help myself first.
Meanwhile, the whole time, a question lingering in the back of my head was, what do we do with this channel? What now? We were losing subscribers slowly, and doing nothing would have meant losing the channel regardless.
But slowly instead of quickly this time.
This was more painful to watch, actually.
Letting go wasn't an option though. Although to date we've lost about 60,000 members due to our inactivity over the past 2 years, it was a price we were willing to pay until we figured out what to do first.
To do it right.
And to do it right, we had to be true to ourselves. Also to me. This would have been our only chance to change directions, and I didn't want to blow it.
After all, most people don't get a second chance at making a first-time impression.
I guess I cared so much about pleasing subscribers as a whole that it instilled this fear in me that whatever I decide to do, it may not make you all content and happy.
Terrible mistake, by the way. We'll get to that one later.
So life moved on. as it always does. I got to open my own bar and lounge with my awesome partner in August of 2019.
We named it G-Spot Bar. Seriously.
The G stands for graffiti.
Canada's first exhibiting bar experience.
It was a dope place. That's a whole different video anyways.
We'll get to that.
So much to talk about. Woohoo!
Things were going good, and as we all know, time flies. Still no luck with the channel idea, by the way.
Nope. Then came 2020, and
COVID happened.
like many others, me and Star started by Netflixing.
And
Chillin'. Oh boy, she's gonna kill me.
wait, was she? Yeah, so we did that every day.
We did nothing for weeks and enjoy the forced time off. Quickly though, the time off became stressful rather than fun, as my entire life that was invested into the business side of hospitality and entertainment all came to a full stop.
With no resumption plans in sight,
All of our events got canceled, weddings got canceled, corporate gigs got canceled, everything. There's just nothing.
also remember G-Spot Bar that we opened 7 months before COVID?
The culmination of 15 years of my life, 6 months of 10 hours of daily construction work, giving your blood, sweat, and tears to build it from ground up. Over $1 million invested in cash. And yep,
That one.
yeah, that one. Ultimately, a month ago, me and my partner had to make a super hard decision again.
Oh, to throw in the towel and shut down the bar completely.
Just as I was starting to get stronger mentally by pulling my life back together, the whole world dropped in this pandemic nightmare. I mean, come on. Isn't life an asshole?
Soon as you're about to smile,
Choo! Slaps you in your face. Oh, I'm still tense.
so that was it. I had lost it all. Our YouTube channel went down in 2018.
And both my businesses that supported me mentally, financially, and emotionally also shut down in 2020.
So I figured I might as well stop wasting time and use it to better get to know myself.
Not the image that most humans have of themselves. That I had of me too. No, not that one. The real self of mine. The journey was tough, but I took the next month and started intensely reading, listening, watching, and absorbing some amazing content,
That led me to many deep self-discoveries.
which I will discuss moving forward, so hopefully it can help others facing uncertainty and difficult times in their own lives as well, the way I was in trouble. By the way, shout outs to Gary Vee for being there for me and so many of us.
I really appreciate you, man.
Thanks, mermaid! Through my self-discovery though, I learned 2 things, which I guess are the lessons learned. One, that although my entire life was built through dedicated and passionate work in the entertainment and hospitality scene,
Feel sick. Well, yesterday didn't go too well.
I mean, I guess it did. But that's what depression does. It creeps up on you, even at a moment's notice, even when you think you're past and you're out, when you get too emotional. And, you know, yesterday was just too much. It just became overwhelming. At one point, I just felt like I was getting suffocated. I couldn't do it any longer. But sorry for the change in wardrobe.
Let's just jump right back into it.
Through my self-discovery, though, I learned 2 things, which I guess were the lessons learned.
1,
Through my own doing, I allowed my fear to negatively affect something.
yeah, basically this channel and this community.
My fear basically affected my logical decision-making process, resulting in my inaction to bring the positivity that I had to help others.
We often think our fear protects us, but most often than not, it actually ends up hurting us.
2, and the other thing that I learned,
To do the most basic thing.
to pass on the knowledge and experiences of myself and those of my extended and valuable network to as many people as possible. I realized that the real value of a community shouldn't be about its size and number, but rather about the quality and the effect that it has on all its members.
Oh yeah,
For the record, you also learn that by shortcuts like compiling other people's hard work, you may prosper in a short run, but it's a losing battle in the end, morally as well as financially.
and that was also a lesson hard learned.
So originality and believing in yourself is key. From that moment, it was obvious what I needed to do. I had to take my fear out behind the barn, look it,
Right in the face.
and shoot it between the eyes. Even this very, very video, as you saw, was super difficult. And things aren't going to be easy and dandy, I know that. I already recorded this 2 times. I attempted another 2 times before this. So this is really our 5th attempt?
So here it is. Hopefully this is my last attempt.
I acknowledge that moving forward, the vlogs and shows, as exciting as they may be to me or you, may not resonate with some people.
This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
Perhaps yourself. And that is totally awesome. And today, I accept that.
Was that so hard?
I acknowledge that we may lose
Thousands. But that is a risk I must take.
if it means helping one person. It'll make it all worth it in the end. By the way, and for the record, I love you all, regardless of whether you stay with us or not.
So what can you expect from It's Better Together, and where do we go from here?
My goal is to utilize this channel to vlog our progress in pursuit of our many dreams and goals.
And hearing your goals and stories are very important to me. A dialogue is vital to any relationship that strives to be healthy. I want to bring all that I know and learned through the years of dealing with hundreds of thousands of people from all around the world to the table.
Because that is all that any human can and should do. Our strength and greatness as a species comes solely
From passing down the knowledge so others hopefully don't repeat the same mistakes onto the next generation. And by no means are we going to be bound to anything, because life is fluid and so will we.
first and foremost.
Holy shit. All right.
Let's do this.
I will do everything I can to be engaged on our 3 platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Hopefully we can help each other out to ensure we all reach our goals and dreams. Second, vlogs.
These will be mainly what the channel is going to be all about.
There will be no bullshit here.
We want to share our path forward together with you through our vlogs,
They will be fun, personal, challenging.
as well as inspiring and informative. We will share with you things me and Star do
The mistakes we made,
or do make along the way, things we love, as well as why and how they help us do better in our lives, relationship, and to succeed in our businesses.
after all, that's why we call this channel It's Better Together, because we believe that.
By sharing our positives and the mistakes, we can be better together.
Third,
We like to make this an all-inclusive, safe, and positive space for anyone without casting judgments.
I pledge to push you to be the best version of yourself. And I could just ask you to do the same to me, and that's all I want.
What's the point of it all anyway? The point is, that's life, and life has no point. You work hard, you get ahead, you start a family, and the kids don't appreciate you. Next thing you know, you're old, no one comes around anymore, and you're staring at the wall. And one day, the neighbors notice a funny smell, and that's when they figure out the cat's eating your face. So go to school!
So help me God. Now, if this doesn't fit what you're seeking or what you wish to engage with on the web, I completely understand, and we say farewell to you right now, and we truly appreciate the time you took to watch this video.
If you are staying, however, or if you want to join this journey, this shall hopefully be a very strong and excited journey and community together.
Thanks a million for sticking by. Always better together. So let this be the start of the next chapter of this channel, of our lives, and hopefully yours.
Well, not a chapter for you, maybe just like a paragraph.
I love you all. Please drop us a line below in the comment section.
Woo. This feels so much better.
It's like a weight is off my shoulder, guys.
All right, that's it.
I'm out.
Fall out of line and take your first step. Feet, pop, funk. I smell hip hop and I want some. And I spy with my little eye. 2 turntables, spin a record so fly. Fly like an eagle or soar like a pigeon. Lay it on thick, could give you just a smidgen.